Good evening. I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope everybody is all sorted for your Christmas. Or, well, I've just, I've got everything in. It's something, you've got a large family, you have got to start early, haven't you? I'm going to be speaking about because it's the copyright system and how it's getting abused by people on YouTube. And yeah, it's a great thing to have, and it's there for an absolute reason. But people have been abusing it and giving people not one but three strikes. And it's happened to Beardo. It's happened to quite a few. Because Beardo nearly had his channel removed, all because you have an opinion. People react to different people's videos. If they'll react to it on their channel, and they'll give their opinions on it. If it's paranormal, if it's not paranormal, it's like, and then there's like, say, Nook's channel, and like, he'll use other people's videos, and he'll give his opinions and say, "Oh, what's your thoughts on this?" But it's not just, but it's just copyright system, because it's like the copyright rules mean you must only upload your own work or content you have permission to use, obviously preventing unauthorised use of others' music, videos or images, which can trigger content ID claims, monetisation changes or copyright strikes, video removal, channel termination after 3 strikes. Key compliant methods include also original content, YouTube's audio library, Creative Commons or Getty license, while fair use commentary education exists is a complex and not guaranteed to always get permission or use license or royal free material for safety. Now, obviously, I've no I've still got a lot to learn within uh, YouTube, and I think YouTube is a great way to connect with other people. Whoever came out with the idea of creating YouTube, they've it's been great because you can connect with others. It builds up your confidence, so that, like, especially if you're sitting yourself and you're building up a wee community for yourself. But it's not, you can't give out and you can't use it to abuse the system on it, because these rules are there to be, they put them there for a reason. But it'd be nice if you could actually, people were saying for different channels, if they could actually speak to a person and not a bot. So maybe YouTube could change that. It means that people are actually, if something, say for instance, people did get strikes, it means you could actually speak to people, or or at least a person, to, because I do think people are using and abusing the copyright system for own personal gain. And as it said there, you have your fair right. Um, so you have your fair use that exists, because if you're using it for education, say for instance, um, you're pulling it down and you're using it to explain things and educate people on things, and that's what debunkers do. Um, Paranormal day things, educate people on places to go to and things like that. Travellers. So it's all, it's and it's a good thing. But it's like the core rules and what to avoid. Use original content. The safest bet to only upload videos you created. That is fair enough, isn't it? Because you don't want anybody else. I mean, to me, anybody can use your videos as long as they don't claim it as your yours. And all it says, get permission for any third party content, i.e., music, clip, images. You need explicit permission or a license. I don't know how to go about that, so I would have to learn from other people about that thing if I was to, say, for instance, to do something like that. Given a chip creation or saying no infringement intended doesn't protect you from copyright infringement. Be wary of fair use. This is a legal exception, not guarantee. It's a difficult to prove and doesn't always apply, especially if you monetize like your stuff. But the fair use is there for a reason, because it's, and obviously I'll give Beardo as that example because I was actually just recently, um, and and I do think that was very unfair, but well done, YouTube. Hats off to YouTube, for seeing that the people were abusing the system for their own personal gain, because it's a person could have lost their channel because of the way they were acting, or because they don't like the person. If you don't like somebody, don't comment in the comment section and be nasty. It's just move on to another channel that you do like. Or if you get people that follow you on your YouTube, keep reminding them, do not go into other people's YouTube channels and be nasty to that other YouTuber, because that's very, maybe because people did that to Andrew Stonerock, and again, he nearly get his um, lost his channel because of that. And you've seen comments saying, "Oh, we've got his channel removed," etc., etc. Which, guys, don't do that. You can, like people, but don't go. You remember these people that are doing YouTube, especially when we are human beings. We have families, and they come first and foremost. And we're doing this. The reason we start YouTube is for ourselves, but and to me, if people like your content, they like it, and if they don't, they don't. And and if you are extremely nasty, YouTube will remove your comments. Um, so to me, I mean, weigh your comments, be fair with each other, talk to each other, rather than, because we all have an opinion, we all have a freedom of speech, and that is very important that we keep that. And it's okay to criticise and things like that, but criticise not in a way that you're being nasty. Um, but it's, I mean, it's hats off to YouTube for supporting Beardo on seeing the truth of what went on, because it needs to, that sort of needs to stop. But then that comes down to the individuals. That here is, um, you've got these rules and regulations for a reason. They've put them up for a reason, and explaining what's right and what's wrong and how you can go about it without doing something anyway. And this is all anyway. I mean, it's our if you've got strikes, follow YouTube's instructions to resolve it, which may involve a counter or notification or waiting for expire. I mean, and it's not that. What I think is, it's like, I think like there should be a system that rather than having channels banned, I think obviously it depends on the content. Somebody's putting up, if you're actually doing threatening on others within, when you're speaking to others on like this, then maybe like, give them a good couple of warnings, and if they don't, then that's when they get banned, if they don't do things like that. But when it comes to having your opinions on other people's videos, and the people get angry, maybe just go look, maybe change up your content, maybe do something a wee bit different, and explain rather than actually giving them that free strikes and you're out. There needs to be a thought process about that part, because it's a shame, because I don't know how, if there's if there's anybody else that's went through that the way Beardo has, or and so it's a shame, and that kind of it's just stop being nasty to each other. If it's like me seeing having an opinion, see, I didn't know like a pair of shoes, but somebody else have a pair of shoes that somebody had on. I'm going, oh, they're not that nice. That's me having my opinion, and they can see the same, say for what say a jacket I had on, and they can say, well, that jacket's anyway, doesn't suit you or whatever. That's them having an opinion, but you don't need to be all right. That's right. You're going to get. I'm going to go phone the police or whatever. We are here to criticise opinions, freedom of speech. It's there for a reason. And be proud of that, but don't use it for your own personal gains. Because I think that is personally wrong. And obviously, maybe YouTube could maybe change a few things without in that system of the copyright thing. Because yeah, I'm still learning about it, and obviously, and it's good watching other people's channels and learning not just about the copyright system, but learning about different things, learning about their life and what they're doing, and learning about debunking, and so, and it's good to have that and what other people think. But yeah, what's your thoughts or opinions on the system, and should people be permanently banned for having an opinion? Me, no, I don't. I think it's wrong, and I don't think people should be allowed to abuse that system just because you criticised their video. You're going to have people that are going to come on and say, I didn't like what you did in that video, and maybe, and if you get a few people who'll go, oh, maybe I should change it a different way, or maybe things like that. People are going to give you their opinion, on your comment section, but it's not been that. But when people give their opinion and then they take it a step further and try dox you and all the rest of it, that kind of needs to stop, because then that becomes a police matter, because you're having an opinion. So I'm going to leave it there, because I just wanted to have my wee bit, and I'm very proud of Beardo, and I'm very proud of the community that I'm in with the debunkers. I do like paranormal videos. I like the debunking videos, because as I've always said it, and I'll keep on saying it, it comes hand in hand. And have your opinion, but criticise, but don't be absolutely nasty. It's like, don't abuse YouTube's copyright system for your own personal gain. That's wrong. Because they said something about your video. You were pulling a string, or you masked something, which a lot of these videos you can clearly see it is happening. But I mean, people, you can see it move, but as debunkers not see, just because we see that and do that doesn't mean saying, oh, by the way, you need to stop watching that channel. That's up to you. If you watch that channel, do you know what I mean? That comes down to, that's your own personal opinions and thoughts, and etc. etc. So, as I say, I'll leave it there and put it in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this system, and should people be allowed to get away with this, with abusing YouTube's copyright system. Sending love and light, and good night.